Hi green lovers! Onion seeds can be pretty tricky to harvest unless you know a few techniques. In this video I'm going to break it down for you and we are going to learn how to save onion seeds. Coming right up. So when I harvested my leeks earlier this year, many of them had started to flower. So I let those flowers completely go to seed. And when I started to see those little black seeds starting to form in them, I harvested the flowers with the plant and I put them inside this tote and I let them dry for, I would say, a good couple of months. Now you want the flowers to be absolutely bone dry before you try to extract seeds from them, because without that it's going to be just that much harder. So I harvested plenty of flowers and I started to crush them to release the seeds. Now you'll appreciate why the flowers need to be absolutely dry, because without that the seeds are not going to easily separate out from the flowers. So go ahead, take your time, crush this as much as possible. If you don't want to use your bare hands like I'm doing right now, feel free to put it in a Ziploc bag and then just, rub it as much as you can to separate out as many of these black seeds as you can from the seed pods. Now as I shake these, I want you to start to observe the different particle sizes that are in this mixture. You will see the seeds themselves, they're pretty obvious, and then you will see the larger flowers from which the seeds came out and little pieces of stem, etc. And then you'll also see a fine powdery dust, which is also part of the process of crushing these seeds. So we're going to be using all of these properties to separate out the seeds from this mixture. So many of you probably have a sieve like this at home, which comes with multiple sizes of mesh. This one comes with 4 sizes. So I'm going to pick 2 of these sizes. One of them is just small enough to let the dust through, but not the seeds, and the other that is just big enough to let the seeds through. And now I'm going to sieve out as much of the fine dust as possible. And just a little tip, folks, wear a mask for this step because this kicks up quite a bit of dust. So now let's move on to our next step. So in this step I'm going to be using this larger mesh that will just about fit the seeds and send them through. Now what you're hoping to do is get, you can already hear them, get just the seeds to flow through this. So it clearly can use one more run through that fine sieve, so let's do that. I'm actually going to try the sieve with the largest holes to see whether I can get a few more out here. Look at that, guys. I should have used that in the first place. Got a lot more seeds there. Now let's do some rinse and repeat. Not literally, you don't want water to touch this. Finer grain sieve one more time here. One thing you will also see as I'm doing this is that the seeds are going to the bottom and the dust is coming up at the top. So you can actually manually remove some of that fluffy dust from the top as well. Again, you can be as much of a perfectionist as you want to, but to me, this is plenty. All right, let's send it through the big sieve one more time. This is not the biggest size, this is the second from largest size. And the rain of seeds. But I wanted to show you what you are left with. It looks like an all-seed bagel topping. And as I do this, you can see more and more of that fluff separating out from the seeds. So you can keep doing this until you get it to the level that you want it to be. Or you can be like me and stop right here. And I will be storing the seeds just like this. And the great thing to do next, folks, is to check out my playlist on saving seeds. I've got several right here. Live green and love your greens.